talking about potential and sponsor expectations and team expectations and player size. What do you guys think of the Overwatch esports scene right now, and is it something that you think your organizations are going to invest in, or does something need to change? Does something need to be announced before that leap is taken? Jason, you want to start? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So Overwatch is something that we dabbled in the beta. So basically what you saw happening in the beginning is there's a huge, I mean, you could still argue that it's there right now, but even in the beta, there was a huge bubble in terms of what it was expected, its expectancy was. So basically, large teams were, in my opinion, significantly overpaying to secure talent. Like they're paying close to what your Counter Strike, your Dota, those
An
type of
opposite
ranges were.
problem from the Rocket League situation that was just raised then.
So because they basically were just banking on the fact that, and I'm not saying that they were wrong at all, because obviously saw player base was like through the roof in the first week and stuff like that.
Right.
But basically there was this huge bubble that was created in which before viewership and before sponsorship investment was in, that teams were like that this bubble was created in terms of salaries and what players are expecting and things like this. And what we're seeing right now, and what I'm seeing right now, is that tournaments are now starting to happen, because this was way back in the beta. This bubble was already created. So now we're seeing now that the tournaments are happening and stuff like this. So there's been a lot of hype, because this is the first time, like, Korean League, foreign teams going over. Like, that's always really cool. But I feel like viewership hasn't been great for what I've noticed. Like, it's always like capped off below 50K, if I'm not mistaken, which is like low numbers for what teams are paying out and what sponsors are expecting. The one problem it has right now is that it's not a great spectator game, in my opinion. And I love playing the game, but I don't think that it's great from a spectator standpoint. And you have the same thing with eLeague. I've heard like rumors that like they're not happy with the numbers and they're thinking about not pursuing it after, if the numbers continue where they are right now.
That's interesting.
So this bubble right now, like Blizzard needs to step in at some point, and I've heard rumors that Blizzard want to do a regulated league with, like something similar to like LCS style. Like I don't know if that's like true at all, but
I've heard that.
at some point they need to step in, because this bubble is going to burst if sponsorship and teams are investing and the return isn't like equivalent. So at some point Blizzard or someone needs to step in, because it's expectant, it's like not meeting its expectations, and the investment is like not like seeing the same amount of returns. And if something doesn't happen soon, I feel like there's going to be like a huge issue.
Cav, your thoughts?
I'm pretty much in complete agreement with Jason. I think we're both in agreement that the game is incredibly fun. The numbers have been good, not great. It, as a spectator experience, it definitely lacks. Like when Flipside was playing eLeague for CSGO, I was able to, show my girlfriend. She doesn't follow esports at all, but we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings, and she was able to understand what was going on within 3 or 4 rounds. When we sat down and tried to watch the Atlantic Showdown, it really didn't go as well. It's so flashy. There's so much stuff popping at you, especially when a team like runs in and everyone ults. There's just a lot going on. And if you don't have that game knowledge, it can be a little overwhelming. It is something we're incredibly interested in. We did dabble in it during the beta as well, and it just kind of didn't pan out. We were in talks with a couple different teams, and then a lot of VC money came in, and I think that kind of affected the bubble that it's in. But I will say that we're talking to lots of different teams. We're talking to different investors. It's something that we're super, super interested in. We're just not going to pull the trigger until it makes fiscal sense.